Now, I don't think I could have picked a more bold looking title. However, I didn't really know how else to title the video. Like, this is going to be a very weird video. It's not going to be the sort of content that you're subscribed for, although I am going to sort of mention the whole Share Factory stuff, why I don't upload it as much. I say that like it isn't still my main channel like content, but what I mean is basically why haven't I been uploading as much. That's sort of what I'm going to dive into this video. This video is going to be very jumbled all over the place. I'm going to obviously edit the commentary a bit as well to obviously make sure it makes sense somewhat, so you guys sort of understand what I'm trying to say. I can't lie, I'm doing this at 9 AM. I haven't slept. I just couldn't sleep. There was nothing bad, by the way. My sleep schedule's in the bin at the minute, and for some reason my body was like, nah, you ain't sleeping today. So I'm trying to do an all-nighter in a minute. Probably won't last very long. However, yeah, I decided this was apparently the best time to do this. I also want to point out, I know these sort of videos can come across as controversial. I'm not the type of guy that will do stuff for sympathy or empathy of anyone else. Do not feel like you have to feel sorry for me in any way, shape or form. And I want you guys to understand that if you guys are going through something similar, then it is totally okay. I'm actually going to leave some links to some websites and some pages that have helped me as well regarding my mental health. But yeah, as I was saying, do not feel the need to show sympathy or empathy towards me. This is just me coming out properly about my own mental health issues. Now, some of you might be wondering, if you're a long-term subscriber, Elliot, haven't you already made a video discussing your mental health? And yes, I'll show the video thingy on the screen. However, if I'm being honest, I didn't 100% know what the issue I was suffering from was, if that makes sense. I wasn't 100% clear on what was actually going wrong with me. I knew I had something wrong with me. However, it took until October of last year to actually find out what was wrong with me. Okay, so I'm just editing this back and I was rewatching what I said, and I used the term "what is wrong with me" in such an incorrect manner. I was not trying to imply that there's something wrong with having a mental health illness. The point I was trying to get across was obviously there is something that caused me to feel negative about stuff, and that is effectively what I should have said. However, I said it in a very different way than I would like to, and I just want to clear that up before people think that I implied something else than I actually did. So as of last October, I actually got diagnosed with something called SAD. It's a mental health illness that actually goes by its full name, Seasonal Affective Disorder. It's also got its popular name, winter depression, as the symptoms of SAD are very similar to depression. However, it's called winter depression because people with SAD are mainly affected by it during the winter period. Now, for me personally, I start to feel the effects of SAD around midway / late October, and it only starts to really get better at the very earliest at the end of February. This happened exactly last year, and in terms of it starting around late October, it also started around then for me this year. And I say started like I could just wake up one morning and be like, yeah, it's triggered. Now, basically what it is for me, it's I will just be in the worst mood over nothing. Like the smallest things will put me in a bad mood, and on any other day where I'm not feeling the effects of SAD, I will just be okay. Like my friendship group, I've said this loads to people personally, like my friendship group, we will roast each other, we will take the piss out of each other all the time, and I've built such a thick skin through that over like the last 5 years or whatever of my life, so usually I can just take a joke. But there are some days where it's just like, no, I will turn into what most of you would probably label as a snowflake, as in I will probably get offended over the smallest things. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. However, that's just the effects that I seem to receive from SAD. Now, I just want to clear up, obviously, people even with the same mental health illness will receive different effects. Some people react to it differently to others. So I'm not trying to say that I represent every single person with SAD, because I don't. I react very differently because obviously it affects different people in different ways. However, can still cause similar symptoms. For example, a very frequent low mood. Everyone can sort of get that, but they react to it in different ways. Now, unfortunately for me, the effects of it really killed my YouTube sort of grind. My desire to continue uploading as frequently as I was really took a dip because of it. At the end of the day, I'm a weird person because I can go from, you know, uploading loads of videos, you know, causing my channel to peak and blah blah blah, and then 1 week later it's just, nah, do you know what, I'm not feeling it. And to be honest, I know this sounds like a really poor excuse for the lack of uploads, but that's literally what happened. Like, it's crazy. And now that I've cleared up the mental health side of things, I'm now going to transition the video and talk about the other reasons that have caused me to stop uploading as much, talk about where my plans are with my channel going into the new year, etc. So yeah. So I suppose it only makes sense for me to dive right into the Share Factory stuff, and what I mean by that is basically discuss the lack of frequent uploads. I've basically gone from uploading every couple of days to maybe once every week and a half, and I do massively apologise for that. The mental health is obviously a massive side of it where I've just wanted a break, because as I mentioned, there are times where like there's nothing I want to do less than upload, just because I never think the video is good enough, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons. However, if I'm being completely real with you guys, there's not many tutorials that are out there on YouTube that I've done or anyone else has done that are actually beneficial. There are maybe tutorials that I can put together in like a how to edit like a pro and Share Factory video, a series where I put together a lot of tips and tricks and make it like a big video, so a lot of you can learn from one specific video. But in terms of tutorials that I can make individual videos about, there's not many left that I can do that haven't been done already. At the end of the day, I'm going to try and not do tutorials that are already out there on YouTube, because I feel like I'm just stealing someone else's idea, or magpieing it if you will, and that's still not what I intend to do anyway. That being said, I still intend to continue the Share Factory content going into 2021. I'm not sure whether I will finish 2021 doing Share Factory stuff. At the end of the day, there will come a time, guys, where I've done every single thing you can do on Share Factory. I've shown you guys everything that you can do on Share Factory. You guys do have to understand, there comes a time where the tutorials will basically become non-existent just purely because I've already done them. However, in terms of the montages and stuff, they will continue, as if they don't really require a tutorial. I'm just going to show the progress that I've obviously had. But yeah, so in terms of tutorials, not really much I'm going to be able to do at some point. If I'm honest, if I'm sort of struggling now, there's no way I could go into 2021 still being able to find new ways, because realistically, now with the release of the PS5, the PS4 variant of Share Factory, which is the one I currently use, realistically is not going to get many updates unless they obviously continue to update it, which, like I said, with the PS5 being out, I can't really see happening. And I don't really want to go out and buy a PS5 just to make Share Factory stuff. At the end of the day, if I'm going to buy a PS5, it's because I want to do everything on a PS5. And if I'm being honest, if I had to choose between a PS5 or going down the route of a PC, I'm going to be choosing the PC just purely because that's the direction that I want to go in. So I hope you guys can understand that. Now, the reason my montages have been a lot less frequent as well is because, to be completely real with you guys, Fortnite for me is a game that just, it is getting frustratingly boring as time goes on. And to be honest, the new season, season 5, I like it. I actually think it's a really good season. However, like for example, why are the pumps gone? This season with pumps would be so good. The charged shotgun, although some, you know, fanatics will probably say like, oh, it requires more skill, blah blah blah, it ruins clips. Like, I'm not good at the game, but I know for a fact, even if I manage to box someone, you know, with some really nice mechanics, really nice piece control, I know for a fact that either I will fuck up or the charged shotgun will fuck me over. I would rather just have a spaz and have a chance of just one-banging them to secure the really nice clip. And although you can just turn around and say, oh, but the piece control was nice, but I feel like it just ruins the idea of a clip if you don't get the kill from it. And if you have to hit someone for like 160 and then just spray them with an SMG, it just doesn't look as clean as it would one-banging them, you know? And as you can probably tell from the gameplay on the screen, I've recently started playing Warzone a lot more. It's a game that I got into around May time when lockdown first happened in the UK, and I really enjoyed it for the first week or two of playing it. Then my friends stopped playing it because obviously Fortnite at the time had brought out a new season, and it was quite a decent season. Although now recently I've been getting back into Warzone, and I've probably enjoyed it more than I ever have before. So if I'm honest, guys, I'm going to be playing a lot more Warzone. I don't know if you guys want me to stream Warzone or, you know, just make content on it, because obviously a lot of you will probably play Fortnite, if I'm being completely honest. However, if that is something that you want to see, maybe on the second channel, then do let me know in the comments, and I will make that content. If anything, I think I've probably made a Warzone video, which is actually the gameplay you're seeing on the screen, so spoiler. But yeah, so I'll leave a link to my second channel in the description. So yeah, go and subscribe, try and get it to maybe 100 subs, who knows. That is something I actually want to focus on in the new year. However, I'm going to be making a video titled My Plans for 2021, and I'm going to go, I guess, more in detail with the Share Factory stuff again, because this video was mainly focusing about my mental health, hence the title. So yeah, anyways, it's been your boy, Strive Elliot. Thanks so much for watching. As I said, you don't need to feel empathetic or sympathetic regarding my mental health. This was just a video that I thought was a good idea to sort of open up to you guys. I know that people on the internet can be a bit cruel, but that is something that I'll have to live with. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Take care.